MotorWeek is made possible by Rock Auto and Tire Rack.
Well, hello and welcome again to MotorWeek 91. We're glad to have you with us. We're here at Roebling Road Raceway, our winter testing ground near Savannah, Georgia. And we can't think of a better place to try out this car, the new Lotus Elan. Despite its size, it is not a new competitor for the Mazda Miata, not with a base price of $39,990. It is an entry-level car for Lotus. And like its namesake, the original Lotus Elan from the 60s, this car was designed to wring the most performance out of the least substance. While still not a large car, the new Lotus Elan definitely has more substance than its predecessor of the 60s, and well, it should for a price of almost $40,000. The original Elan weighed around 1,600 pounds, while the new car tops the scales at over 2,400. The wedge-shaped body wears a steeply raked nose that bears a strong family resemblance to its larger sibling, the Esprit. The lines flow smoothly back from there, creating an original convertible shape that doesn't suffer from the visual clumsiness of so many drop tops. A tail with large lamps and an integrated wing completes a remarkably cohesive design. The original Elan used a dual overhead cam 4-cylinder engine that displaced only 1.6 liters. This one does too. But where the old car used a Ford block and Lotus head, the current 16-valve turbocharged engine is derived from an Isuzu power plant. With a lot of tweaking from Lotus, this modern-day 4 makes 162 horsepower, 36 more than the most powerful of the old Ford-based units. Torque is 148 pound-feet. And while the original car deposited power at the back, this Elan is front-wheel drive. We know purists will sneer, but today's Elan can run to 60 in a solid 6.7 seconds. The quarter mile runs out in 15.2 seconds at 93 miles per hour. The Isuzu Lotus power plant revs freely, with the most usable power delivered between 2,800 and 5,500 revs. Redline is 7,000, although power falls off quickly after 6. Power delivery is smooth and flat, with little obvious turbo lag. The engine's character remains close to that of its Isuzu relatives, but it has a punch that those engines don't normally exhibit. The shifter, however, is 100% Isuzu in feel. Throws are a bit rubbery, but the mechanism is very accurate, a far cry from the gated shifters of the original Elan. But can this front-wheel drive Elan overtake the handling character of its classic predecessor? Well, to begin with, the stout, unequal-length wishbone suspension is much more substantial than the old car's double A-arms. Careful tuning has virtually eliminated front-drive torque steer, and the new Elan does indeed produce handling behavior very similar to a rear-drive car. By that we mean that the car approaches neutral behavior, responding quickly to driver inputs and doing exactly what the driver tells it to. Unlike other front-drive performance cars, plow is very mild, and the tail can be precisely coaxed around by lifting off the throttle in a corner. Full use of the throttle produces a response similar to the power-on oversteer that would be experienced in a rear-drive car. The front end points into the corner rather than pushing to the outside. Grip is exceptional. Lotus claims that the Elan is the best handling front-drive car made. In our judgment, they are correct. The Elan's brakes are disc all around, and they stop the car from 60 in a short average distance of 114 feet. Pedal feel could be firmer, but there's plenty of feedback, making the car easy to control despite a slight pull to the right. Fans of the old Elan will be shocked by the new car's almost Japanese-looking interior. The look is slick and modern, with the flowing lines and muted colors blending into a very handsome whole. A driver's side airbag is standard. The gauges are large and clear, but the lack of a tilt wheel means that many tall drivers won't see parts of the tank and fuel gauge. The fixed wheel and the lack of a height adjustment on the driver's seat means that entry can be a bit tight, but once in, the leather-covered bucket seats cradle you in supportive comfort. The finely integrated dash controls have a unique look and are generally large and well-marked, especially the headlight switch and the large rotary vent controls. The Sony cassette stereo is well placed with clear controls and can be removed for security, a big plus in a convertible. Top operation is simple, requiring only 2 latches and a release for the hard plastic tonneau cover. The top seals tightly with no leaks even in heavy rains or car washes. Trunk space is adequate considering the Elan's size, but don't plan any extended trips. Despite the obvious price difference, comparisons with Mazda's $13,800 Miata MX-5 are inevitable. With its traditional rear-drive layout and 116 horsepower engine, the Mazda is mechanically closer to the original Elan. But it lacks the performance and luxury of the new Lotus, as well as the prestige of its name. Enthusiasts that hope to relive the original Elan's performance on a budget experience are no doubt disappointed by the new Lotus. It's not only more car than its predecessor, its entire concept is alien to the original Elan. But judged on its own merits and against any competitor, the 1991 Lotus Elan is a superb sports car. A car that propels the Lotus name into the 90s with style and spirit, riding on some very impressive engineering. Front-wheel drive or no, the new Elan is every inch a Lotus.